the story that went through the weekend. On Saturday, Matt Harvey, as the reports go, played golf early on in the day, was not feeling well. From what I understand, and again, this is based on reports and people I've talked to, is that he wasn't feeling well, did not show up on time at the ballpark for the game that night, and was either reached out to the Mets or the Mets reached out to him, and one way or another he was told, don't bother coming in. So he thought, okay, that means I don't have to be there. Doesn't show up, and Sandy Alderson then tells everybody that he will be suspended starting on Saturday. They make the call up for Wilk, who comes up from the Las Vegas team, goes through a lot to get there, does not pitch well at all. The Mets get smoked on Sunday. There's other issues as well, including the whole sex toy thing in the locker room on Friday, which was embarrassing for the Mets as well. And that's why I keep going back to the environment thing. Because the Matt Harvey situation is what it is. They need him, and this is the time the Mets are going to now put their foot down. This is the time they're going to say enough's enough and we have to set a precedent here, where all the things that have gone on with this franchise. But again, I do think that as much as it's going to be right now about Matt Harvey and about why he is the one that's being punished, he's in trouble, and he's being painted as the bad guy here, I do think he is a product of the environment there. That's my opinion on it.
Well, it feels like the Mets organization set this thing in motion, right? Like they were just waiting for an opportunity to embarrass Matt Harvey again, right? You're talking about a pitcher that has come to the ballpark and, he's scheduled to start the next day and found out that they're going to hand him the ball in 3 hours and he's going to have to take the mound. And he's always been a guy that's accepted that challenge, and he's always been there to try to do what's in the best interest of the team. So it seems like they're trying to frame him to be, a guy that's not about the team's interest, right? They're trying to frame him as this guy that's about himself and is not about his teammates. And I don't know that that's necessarily fair. So when I hear about the phone call that he made to the organization, what I would want to know is, did he call before he was supposed to be at the clubhouse, or did he call after he was already late?
Right.
Because I want to know the priorities for the player. If he called ahead of time and said, listen, I'm not feeling well and I'm going to be late because I'm not feeling well, and then they told him to stay home, then that's on the organization. But if he called after he was already late when he was supposed to be at the ballpark, then that's on Matt Harvey. I can't excuse that. I can't be dismissive of what he did during the course of that day, because it feels like baseball is not a priority. The team is not the priority, right? It's about you at that point. So I would want to know more details about the situation. But on its face, listen, it's a bad look for everybody, right?
Now remember,
I'm not saying that Matt Harvey handled this situation, but I can't give the organization the benefit of the doubt because they've mismanaged a lot of situations with individual players throughout the season and in the past year. So I can't sit here and say that the Mets organization is doing the right thing and they're trying to fix this dysfunctional locker room, because they're in part the reason why this atmosphere in the clubhouse exists in the first place.